Hello! Today we're back with another Europe video or geography video, whatever you want to call it. And this time we're gonna do if all European countries went in one fight and only one can remain. So, yes, alliances will be made. And alliances, yeah, sure. And other alliances could take down other countries or other alliances. So let's just get this game started. Now, the first fight would probably be, okay, so we gotta get our colors first. So we got Italy. I think Italy will be the first to attack on Corsica, France. Nope, that's not good. So, Corsica, that's actually the wrong colors. Italy should be red because it's the attacker, and Corsica should be blue. So, I think Italy would easily just capture Corsica. So, yeah, I think. But they wouldn't like go entirely for France, but they will annex Corsica. So we're just gonna redo everything right now. And now Corsica is now part of Italy. I gotta make sure that that's right. Now the Balkans. I don't know who is who in the Balkans, but yes, rebellions could happen, and also unions can happen. So I think the first union would happen is Moldova and Romania. I think this will be the first union. If you watch my Europe video, border video, whatever this thing is called, yeah, you would understand why Romania and Moldova would be a union. And boom, now Romania is a union with Moldova. Now, I don't want to get into real political wars like Russia versus Ukraine. Not right now. Hopefully. Now, first of all, I don't know what to do next. We could unite Luxembourg and Belgium, but I want to make a union with Benelux. So, Belgium, Netherlands, and Luxembourg would become an entire union. Not a union, an alliance. So, yep. Now it's a Benelux thing. Whatever this thing is. Now, the next attacker would be the United Kingdom versus Ireland. Yes, Ireland. So, yeah, okay, I gotta make this, like, behind here. That's entirely wrong. Wait, I'm so dumb. Wait, okay. So, they'll be rushing in Ireland. They'll get this part over here. This is not going good. So, they'll be rushing in Ireland. So, they'll go in here. The United Kingdom will go in here. And they will keep rushing in from the north of Ireland. Ireland is too weak to handle the United Kingdom. And to make this battle shorter, we're just going to do this. Now, Ireland is now part of the United Kingdom. So we can just... Wait. What am I doing? Okay, I don't know what happened with Benelux, but something happened for some reason. I don't know what happened. So, we're just gonna code Luxembourg back in. And now, Ireland is now part of the United Kingdom. So I gotta make sure that Ireland's eliminated now. And now part of the United Kingdom. This is kind of starting to look familiar. But, sure. And the next attack will be, again, the United Kingdom all the way to Iceland. And, well, guess what? Yeah, I want you to take a very obvious guess. Yeah, the United Kingdom wins. Iceland doesn't have an entire military, so now Iceland is now part of UK. So I gotta make sure that, yes, I gotta remember that. Now, the next alliance would happen with Iberia. I don't know what I'm saying. So it will be Portugal and Spain. That's pretty much it. But one person wants to join. Italy wants to join, and they do, of course. And now they all want to go to France. I'm joking. They're not going to go to France and instead to Switzerland. And Switzerland gets immediately wiped out because they have a full-on alliance. So we're just going to color this in. Actually, that's a bad idea. Wait. I don't know what to do. Yeah, I think we should just color it in. Now Switzerland is part of Italy now. Italy now borders Germany. Let's see how this works. Now, another union would happen with making Czechoslovakia a thing again. That's correct. Yes. Czechoslovakia is now a thing again. Now, of course, there'll be another alliance with Russia. And, okay, I gotta get the color. Purple, sure. We'll get purple. And, of course, it'll be Russia. And Belarus. Of course it would be. Like, what were you guys thinking? And Serbia, because why not? Because, yeah. And Czechia. I'm joking, not Czechia. So Serbia will be part of this alliance with Russia. So now Serbia has some power. So Montenegro gets annexed by Serbia, making Serbia Montenegro again. I really do not want Serbia to annex Kosovo. So you know what we're going to do? Another union with Albania and Kosovo. That just makes it worse. Oh my gosh. This is just making it worse. What am I doing? Alright, now we're going to finally have our first 1v1 fight. And that's going to be Croatia versus Slovenia. That I do not want to color to see. So the Croatians will start going in Slovenia, and now they will start going in. What am I saying? I'm saying absolutely nothing. So now they'll go in Slovenia, and they'll get this here, guys. I don't know where the capitals are, so please do not flame me in the comments. And to make this fight quicker, yes, Slovenia falls to Croatia. Oh, that's a bad idea. That to Croatia, sure, yeah. So now Croatia and Slovenia are now a thing. I'm such an idiot. And another union would happen. Actually, you know what? Nah. Actually, yeah, sure. You know what? Another union. Austria and Hungary. Guess what? Austria-Hungary is back. And they'll be immediately attacking against Croatia. Because you know why? Because they want to annex Austria-Hungary. Now, I want you guys to take a guess who wins. And that would be the Hungarians. So now, Austria-Hungary. Okay, can you stop? As Croatia now. And then Croatia gets their very short battle. Now they have Croatia. This is starting to look familiar. So now France has done absolutely nothing. The Benelux still is a union. Oh my god, it's not a union. They're not a union. At this point, I might just make them a union because it's so stupid. Now France. What's gonna happen with France? They're attacking someone, and it's gonna be the Benelux. So first of all, they're gonna go into Belgium, right? No, you know what? First of all, they're going into Luxembourg, and they annex Luxembourg because, well, Luxembourg is part of France now. Because, yes. So, I don't think... You know what? Let's not do rebellions. I changed my mind. We're not doing rebellions anymore. Because I'm too lazy to redraw the borders again. So. Okay, so France has annexed Luxembourg and Belgium. Now it's just the Netherlands. But wait! Germany has annexed Netherlands! So, oh my god. Germany has annexed the Netherlands. Oh my goodness. So shocking. Can you stop? You know what? Like, Germany has now annexed Netherlands. What a shocker. That kind of is a shocker. So we're going to get rid of this Belgium color. This green right here. I'm going to make it sure it's carefully, not ruthlessly. So, but yes, Netherlands will now be part of Germany now, because Germany wants some land. Land, they say. So, yes, yeah. We'll be redrawing these borders real quick. So, now Germany owns the Netherlands. I really wish... Can I just paint it white? Please, just paint it white. I don't know, that looks weird. Wait, let me just paint it white. Okay, that looks better. If there's green still, just leave it. It's annexed. So now the Netherlands will fall to Germany, and boom. Now, I'm gonna freaking crash out, bro. So, now we have this. Belgium and Luxembourg are gone from the map and cease to exist, and the Netherlands is now part of Germany. That actually might be a good thing, because water. Now we have another alliance, and that's going to be the Baltic region. No, we're not doing a union for the Baltics. We're going to do an alliance. So Latvia, Lithuania, Estonia. And guess what? Poland will be joining this union. And they all attack in Kaliningrad, which they easily annex. So, okay, I gotta do this real quick. So, I think Poland will own it. Poland will own this land right here. So, Poland will own Kaliningrad now. And now they'll own it. And yes, they own it. So we have our not union, our alliance. And Russia's absolutely angry, so they just annexed Belarus. Okay, I'm joking. Russia's extremely angry, and the first thing they do is go for Estonia, because they go for Estonia. So, and they easily annex Estonia, Latvia, but Lithuania, guess what? They're pulling an Uno reverse card. And unite with Poland. Guys, I think I know what's happening. They go up for Latvia, which they easily annex, and Estonia. Wow, I wonder what this is. I wonder what they're doing today. Really wonder. So now they have our thing, and they start going to Belarus. Russia tries to handle them off, and boom, now Belarus is gone to Poland. This is the most inaccurate thing you've ever seen in your life. Never take videos from me. Never get inspired by me. Please, this is what I'm doing in my free time. This is horrible. This doesn't make sense. So, Russia and Poland now peace out, and there's no alliance with Poland anymore. And guess what happens next? Another alliance. Because then now it's Germany and France. Because it makes sense. Because, well, they literally helped each other fight Benelux. And now they go against Denmark. And they easily annex Denmark. So, yeah. So let me just draw these new borders. So now Denmark is annexed by Germany. Now we have a new guy in the team. Okay. So, now, this is what Europe is looking like right now. Now, Spain and Portugal haven't done really anything, so guess what they're going to do? They're going to unite, because, well, sure. So now it's just, Spain will be under this rule, I don't know why I said that, because why not? So, now Portugal is under Spain. It's called Iberia, whatever it's called. So, now this is what the map is actually looking like now. Wow, nothing really happened to Greece and Turkey. Really. I really don't want to go to Balkans. I really do not. So, the next person joining Russia's alliance is actually Bulgaria. That's not paint. That's something else. In Bulgaria, and they'll be going for North Macedonia, which they easily annex because, well, North Macedonia is horrible. I'm actually joking. Please. North Macedonia is weaker than Bulgaria. That's what I mean. Such an idiot. Okay, now, Bulgaria owns North Macedonia. Now, nothing has really happened. Okay, yep. Guess what? Guess who's back? Austria-Hungary versus Bosnia, and they easily annex Bosnia. So now Bosnia. Oh no, that's horrible. That's really bad. And of course, yes, Bosnia is now owned by Austria-Hungary. So this is what the map is looking like right now. If you have dementia. Nothing really happened with Nordic countries, actually. And Polish-Lithuania Commonwealth is looking even more powerful than before. So we have the Russia alliance. Belarus is gone now because they died. And we have this pink France and Germany alliance. And we have the Italy and Spain alliance. And we have some people right here. Now, Turkey. What should I do with Turkey? Now, I feel like I don't think Cyprus should be part of Turkey. Just for the sake of the video, we're gonna make Cyprus get annexed by Turkey. So now Turkey owns Cyprus. So yeah, so now they own Cyprus. And Greece is absolutely furious with this. So again, they attack on Turkey. No, that's again not the freaking color. They attack on Turkey. Now, if you guys know, if you want to see who's stronger, I think Turkey is way more stronger than Greece. So what's gonna happen is, well, they are gonna make a deal, right? They're not gonna fully annex each other because, well, Greece is cooked dead. So then this is what's gonna happen. So right here, please stop. Yeah, okay, so this is what's gonna happen. That's not good. So it's gonna be like this. Now, Turkey owns this land, and Greece still exists. So, yep, Greece still exists today. And now this is what the map is looking like. Okay, I should stop, bro. So, what's gonna happen now is... I don't know what's gonna happen now. I think there'll be an alliance with... Now, guess what? Scary thing. Norway joins the German alliance, guys. Trust me on this. It's going good. And Sweden and Finland are absolutely mad, and they make their own alliance. So, yep. So now they make their own alliance. And now, this is what it's going to look like. Now, everyone basically has an alliance. So, oh, that's bad. Oh, that's bad. So now, Austria-Hungary and Poland have now made an alliance. The only people without an alliance is Romania, Czechoslovakia, Ukraine, Albania, Greece, and Turkey. Of course. Yes. And guess what? Czechia is surrounded by... Czechoslovakia is surrounded by, well, other people. And you really don't want to be you don't want to be surrounded by other alliances. So, guess what? You get split in half. Yes, you get split in half. So we're gonna just make these guys white. They're gonna fight. They fought Czechoslovakia, and of course they won. So Germany gets this piece of land right here from Czechia, right here. And Poland will get some land as well. That's the wrong color. And Poland will get some land. I gotta kind of do this. So Poland will get this land right here, this land, and the rest goes to Austria-Hungary, right here. Okay, boom. Now we have this. This is what it's looking like right now. It just looks weird, bro. So we have our alliances. So we gotta do this. And boom. Now we have Czechoslovakia erased from the map. And, I really don't want to do this, but, I don't want to do it. I do not want to do it. Genuinely, I do not want to do it. So Ukraine will get invaded by Romania instead. So, I don't want politics in this, bro. So Ukraine annexes Romania. No, that's not what's gonna happen. Romania now has Ukraine. Yay! Yeah, this is unrealistic. Russia would probably just go for Ukraine immediately in this thing. So, sure. Now, the UK over here. Now, the UK is the only one. Actually, not the only one. It's pretty much the only one with an out of the alliance. So, Romania will realize this and ask for an alliance with Turkey. So, yes, of course, Turkey will accept and get an alliance with Romania. And Albania decides to join this alliance as well. So, Greece and the United Kingdom have no alliance. Actually, Estonia's islands are not colored in. That looks ugly. So, I'm going to put that in. So, Greece gets divided up. So, this is what's going to look like. It's going to look like this. Alright, so Albania will get some land right here, of course. Right here. Bulgaria will get some land for some reason. Actually, that just blocks Turkey. And the rest will just go to Turkey, actually. So, yep. So, this is what we're going to do. We are going to do this. Okay, now I just made a ton of Greeks mad. I'm so sorry. I probably just made a really bad thing. I just did something really bad. Listen, I didn't want to do it either, but realistically, I don't think Greece would win this entire thing. I mean, if it was in the past, probably. But it's not the past anymore, it's the future now. Now Turkey owns all of Greece again. The Ottomans are back for some reason. Yes, the Ottomans. So, now basically everyone has an alliance except for the UK. Ignore the UK. But the UK has to act smart about this because France is in their way and they joined France. Okay, not to see. The British had joined the French, not the other way around. Such an idiot. So, now, what's going to happen is Russia would go against Finland, and of course, they win. So, Finland is now annexed by Russia, and we got to fix borders, of course. Yep. So, Finland is now gone, officially, from Russia. Okay. Now Russia has owned Finland again. I think they used to own Finland from the Russian Empire. Correct me if I'm wrong. So now Russia owns not Sweden. I'm like horrible today. So Norway, from all their help, will annex Sweden because it kind of makes sense though. Like Sweden only has like themselves since Finland got annexed, and now Sweden is now a part of Norway. Please don't do that. So now Norway owns all of this land right here. So boom, this is what it's looking like now. And well, yep. So we have this and this. Now we gotta get some alliances gone by now because all of the alliances here are still a thing. So the first person they will be going is for Spain. So France will try to go for Spain, and okay. I don't want to draw like entirely full, so we're gonna like do this. No. So we're gonna do like kind of like this. So France is like in this kind of way, and they will go like they're definitely past the capital. I don't know what I'm doing. So France now owns Spain. So Spain is now cooked, but guess what? The French forgot something. The Canary Islands. That's not the Canary Islands. I'm pretty sure that it's something else. So they forgot about that. But if they want to be safe, they have to be with Italy. Now, Italy, the French are stupid. Okay? Not really, but today they are. And they forget about Spain having these islands. But France doesn't really care about the islands because, well, who cares about the islands? So now they own Spain. That's the thing that really matters. But anyways, they still annexed the islands, so yeah, I just gave all that build up for nothing. And they want to go for Italy for doing what they did for their Corsica, and they get Corsica and Sardinia, whatever it's called, and they fully annex Italy. Now, it's the opposite. It's not the Roman Empire, it's forgot. I don't know what I was gonna say. So now, Italy has fallen to France. Looks like the pink alliance has been going kind of crazy. But guess what? They think they're too strong that they kick out Sweden, Norway, and the United Kingdom. Actually, not the United Kingdom, because they're actually strong. They kick out Germany. Surprisingly, they kick out Germany. And Norway, of course. So Russia sees this opportunity with no help on their side, and well, yeah, that's what happens. So that's what happens when you have absolutely no one on your side, and yep, that's literally what happens. So now Norway is now annexed by Russia. Sad. But Germany doesn't get immediately annexed. Soon they will. That's a spoiler. Stupid. What's happening? Oh my gosh, bro. Really? Really, bro? Okay, I gotta fix these borders. These borders look horrible. Now we gotta do this. Now Russia owns mostly all Scandinavia. Or Nordic, my bad. So, now Russia has some plans. Will they go for Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth? Or will they go for Iceland and they do the other way and go for Iceland? So now the United Kingdom doesn't own this anymore, right? So they don't own Iceland. So now they don't get to own Iceland. But Russia won't go to the United Kingdom because, well, of course, they're in the alliance with France. And France looks like this with Italy and Spain. So, yep. Now over here, Serbia, right? They will try to go to war with Albania. But before they can do that, Albania will now unite with Turkey. Because while they think they're in danger, I guess. You could say they're in danger by Serbia, so now they unite with Turkey. So now it's Turkey and Ukraine or Romania, whoever you want to be ruled with this. I'm confused. So now, guess what? We're doing a World War I thing, and now the Austrian-Hungaries will go for the Serbians. So they will rush in Serbia over here into the capital. That's the wrong color. I'm so dumb. They'll rush into they will try to rush in, and well, of course, they will try to get in. And while Serbia probably lost their capital by now, and now they have now been annexed by the Austrian-Hungaries. Now Serbia has been lost. Now Serbia has lost the war, and now Russia's team has been getting weaker and weaker lately. Because Russia isn't really helping them, for some reason. They just made an alliance to seem like they're stronger, but Russia really only cares about themselves right now. So now Serbia's annexed by Hungary without any help, basically. So this is what happens. Yeah, that's what happens. Bulgaria has left the alliance for Russia, and now Russia has no alliance. Bulgaria has realized now that they have left the Russian alliance, so they ask to join the Turkish alliance, and well, they say no, and this is the response. Yeah, they got annexed by the Ottomans, but the Ottomans don't actually get the land and actually care about their teammates, so they give some land to Romania as well. Okay, lock in. Now, they will get this half of Bulgaria. Okay. Now, this is what Romania looks like. Now Bulgaria has been annexed now. Sadly. Now, Bulgaria has been annexed by Romania. Now, this is what it's looking like right now. This is actually looking so tough. So now we're down to our, we have our final 8 nations on the board right now. 8 nations. So we went from, 40-ish, 40, not 50-ish, I guess you could say. 48. We're not including micronations, so, I don't know. I mean, yeah, sure. We went from a lot of countries to 8. It's kind of crazy how we went from 8, so, yeah. Also, I gotta draw an arrow for Russia that now they own Iceland, so. Now I gotta make a arrow, like an actual good arrow, to make sure that Russia owns Iceland, so we're just gonna put Russia. You just put Rush, sure. So now, Russia has owned Iceland, and the UK has lost their land. So, France has now went for Germany, and Poland, Lithuania, and Commonwealth has went for Germany as well. And Germany gets split in half. So, basically, this is what it's gonna look like. It's gonna look like this, so. Now, the Germans will get split in half. Like this. But the Austrian-Hungaries also want the empire, also want some land for Germany, so they do get some land from Germany. Now Germany is cooked. It's basically World War II. At the end of World War II, Germany, because they get split in half. So yeah. So okay, now France has just pulled the ultimate betrayal on Germany. They thought they were chill, but no. No, France is never chill. Okay, France is not chill. If you're not in the alliance, you get kicked out. And now Poland has owned even bigger, including Denmark. Now they own Denmark as well, which is pretty cool for them. Well, that's good. What just happened, bro? How are you going everywhere? Dude, how? Like, there's literally nothing. There's nothing for you to be going out. How do you even that? How? How? I didn't even erase anything here. Here. So, yeah. So, France now owns this. And we have Poland, Lithuania, and Austria-Hungary. So now this is what it's looking like. We just lost another nation with 7. So now, this is what it's looking like. Russia is looking entirely big. It has basically all of Scandinavia. But they want to keep that going and want to go into territory into Denmark. Which they of course do. They win the war of Denmark against Lithuanian Commonwealth. So now, Denmark is now owned by Russia. But Russia has an opportunity here and wants their land back. So, they go to Poland, Lithuanian Commonwealth on all sides. Yes, all sides. So the Russians will try to go down here. They start going here. So, yeah. And now the Poland, Lithuanian Commonwealth is now struggling to keep up with Russia. And Russia keeps going and going until they reach the capital of Warsaw. And, well, kaboom, now it's gone. Now all of Poland, Lithuanian Commonwealth is under, well, Russia. Yes, the Austrian Hungaries did try to help them, but it wasn't just enough since they had to have some army. They have to had some soldiers for their next war just in case. So now they just lost everything. So Poland, Lithuanian Commonwealth is not a thing anymore. But the French want to trade with the Russians. The Russians want to say no, but the Russians say no. So basically, yeah. So now we have only 6 countries left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, 6 countries. And now the 5th might be gone because this Romania right here, or Ukraine, is now annexed by Russia. Yes, the Turks try to help, but it wasn't enough because it was only just 2 of them. Only 2 of them. Yes, 2 of them. So now they get annexed by Russia, and now the Soviet Union is kind of looking in shape again. I don't think that's good, but, well, now we have only 5 countries left. These are our people left. Russia, this big blob. France and the United Kingdom. France, over here. Austria-Hungary. And the Ottoman Empire. So, who's going to win? First of all, the weakest out of all of them is probably the United Kingdom right here. So, of course, yes. The Russians go for the United Kingdom, and they easily win. So now this is Russian land. So now this is Russian land. Now the United Kingdom gets owned by Russia. Now, of course, Austria-Hungary. Now, Austria-Hungary is probably the next weakest. So the Ottomans go for Austria-Hungary and win. So the Austrian-Hungaries have now lost most of their land to, again, Turkey. So now this is what it's looking like again. This is literally looking so familiar. I literally do not know what's happening. So now it's just France, Russia, and the Ottoman Empire. The weakest in here is probably France. So the Ottomans go in France territory. Go into French territory, but what is this? Wait a minute. The French are getting help from the Russians. They want to stop the Ottoman Empire as well. So the French are going crazy right now. They are going crazy, and now they own all of Ottoman Empire. Maybe not all of them because, well, Russia wants some land. Of course he does. Of course they do. So Russia basically Russia carried them. So France, of course, says yes. So now they split all of this land right here with Russia. So I'm not even gonna bother just drawing in the borders right here, like for Russia. Actually, I am. It just looks better. Now Russia owns all of this land right here. Actually, why did I use purple? No. 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 Now France owns all of this, and if you want to guess who's gonna win, well, if you guys guessed Russia, you'd be correct. So Russia wins the entire thing. Yeah, that was kind of pretty obvious. So now Russia owns all of Europe. It's not because I support the country, of course. It's because, well, what do you think? It's literally the second strongest country in the world, and now they own everything. So, yep. Bye!